Hey guys, what is up? John here from fly8mikealpha.com. Today, Steph and I are going to be taking you guys to Niagara Falls and showing you how to comply with all those special air traffic rules flying over Niagara Falls. Super easy to do. We'll go ahead and show you how it's done, so hopefully someday you can come up here in your own airplane and fly over the scenic falls. Alright, so we've departed Buffalo Lancaster Airport. We are underneath the Class Charlie shelf right now. We're going to go ahead and call up Buffalo Approach to start with. 2615 is the current frequency they're using for this area. We'll go ahead and call them up, let them know we're underneath the Class Charlie airspace, and we'd like to go ahead and fly over the falls today. Buffalo Approach, experimental 186 Bravo Papa.
186 Bravo Papa, Buffalo Approach, Buffalo altimeter 3029er.
3029, experimental 186 Bravo Papa is currently 6 miles to the east of Buffalo, looking to fly over the falls today at 3,500.
Experimental 6 Bravo Papa, squawk 0421 ident, remain clear of Class Charlie airspace.
0421 with the ident, and we'll remain clear of the Class Charlie airspace for 186 Bravo Papa.
Experimental 6 Bravo Papa, you can resume on navigation to the falls.
On navigation to the falls, 6 Bravo Papa. And just to confirm for 6 Bravo Papa, that's still remain clear of the Charlie airspace, or we're re-cleared into it now.
6 Bravo Papa, if you want to cut through it, that's fine.
6 Bravo Papa, roger, thank you.
6 Bravo Papa, just be advised there are multiple departures off of runway 32.
6 Bravo Papa, roger. Alright, so we've got two-way radio communication. Initially, we were cleared in because we had two-way radio communication, then she told us to remain clear of the Class Charlie airspace, and then she went ahead and said resume own navigation. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up into the Class Charlie airspace. Really don't need to cut through the surface area at all, but we want to go ahead and start getting some altitude here. We want to be up at 3,500 when we're cutting over the falls, and I'd rather have some altitude as we're cruising over all these houses here. So, sounds like no problem for us to go up to the Class Charlie airspace. We just double checked with her, and we'll keep an eye out for those departures going off of runway 32 out of Buffalo.
11,000 at Benny with uniform.
Blue 2402, Buffalo Approach, fly present heading, vector to final.
Now we'll go ahead and dial up the next frequency for us, which is going to be 2205. That's the CTAF for the falls. And once we report scenic falls on site, she'll probably go ahead and tell us, hey, report when you have the scenic falls on site. And then we'll go ahead and report that. She'll switch us over to CTAF, and then we can contact Buffalo Approach again on 2615 or 266 when we're leaving the falls. 266 is preferred at this time. That's what they're currently using for that area, that frequency. But of course, 2615 will get a hold of Buffalo as well, and they'll let you know what frequency is the appropriate one to talk to them on. So we are going to be crossing into Canada today. We're going to be crossing the border, and although we're going over the border, we're not really leaving U.S. airspace. Buffalo Approach still controls that airspace, so you're not going to be charged by Transport Canada for flying in there. You're still going to be talking to Buffalo Approach or talking to the CTAF in the area as you're flying over the falls, and it's 3,500 MSL or above. We'll go ahead and bug 3,500 on here to remind ourselves. And we'll use that as a floor.
1129 Buffalo Approach, clear direct Zobso, join the localizer.
Now as you approach the falls here, pretty easy to see them. You'll see that steam rising. There's a couple smokestacks, so don't get confused, but it is pretty easy to spot the falls with all that mist being shot up into the air. There's a speed limit of 130 knots as we're going around here. This airplane, we could almost exceed 130 knots, but not quite, so we're not too worried about it. We're going to be going slow anyways. Now all the helicopter tour traffic from the US and Canada stays pretty low down there. That's why we have this 3,500 foot altitude restriction, right? So we're going to be staying above 3,500 feet at all times. That's our hard floor. And we'll be talking on CTAF 2205 to the other aircraft in the area just to coordinate with them and let them know where we are in relation on that racetrack pattern. Use some VFR reporting points. You could use them from that chart that they have in the chart supplement, or simply giving your position in relation to the American Falls or Horseshoe Falls, Canadian Falls, whatever you want to say. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the idea is just to work it out amongst yourselves. You're above 3,500 feet. You're not going to be talking to Approach anymore. They're not going to be providing any radar services. And it's just up to you to not run into anybody else and not inconvenience anybody else.
Are they going to be to the left or right?
We're going to be making right-hand turns around them.
6 Bravo Papa, are you familiar with the falls procedures?
6 Bravo Papa, affirmative.
6 Bravo Papa, roger.
So regardless of where you approach the falls from the south, from the east, from the north, wherever you're coming from, it's usually best to talk to Buffalo Approach first. That's going to be the easiest thing. Get that squawk code. They'll get you tagged up as scenic falls or going over the falls.
Sure, SCO is 4626, 1.4, climbing 10,000, runway headed.
And then they'll probably ask you at some point, are you familiar with the falls procedures? Make sure you're not going to be going too low, doing anything crazy, inconveniencing all the tour operators, doing anything scary. And then if you are familiar with the procedures, You can let them know so. They'll probably tell you to report the scenic falls on site, so I'll just wait for her to tell me that. Then we'll go ahead and go over to CTAF. If you're not familiar with the procedures or you have some questions still, it'd be a good time to let them know. I've read them, I'm pretty familiar, but hey, you know, keep a close eye on me, or I have this question, could you answer it for me really quick if you have a moment?
2402, turn right heading 330.
If you have questions about the procedures, you can't quite figure it out, calling a flight school in the area is probably a good idea. Talk to a CFI in the area. You can also just go ahead and call up a weather briefer, ask for a frequency for Niagara International Airport tower, and they'll probably put you through to tower or clearance delivery or someone. Call them up on the landline, ask them if they have time for some questions. They can go ahead and walk you through the procedures and how they work. Of course, if you have any simple questions, you can leave them in the comments right below on this video, and that's what we're here for, to try to help you out. But of course, the real answers are always going to come from the FAA.
Terminal 6 Bravo Papa, change to Falls Advisory, frequency approved.
Over to Falls Advisory, we'll call you when we're coming back, 6 Bravo Papa. So we got the frequency change from Buffalo Approach. We're still about 5 miles to the east of the falls. As we're coming in here, we'll go ahead and start thinking about making a radio call as we're going to join this right-hand racetrack pattern just upriver. And upriver, don't get confused, it's actually more to the southern side of the falls. The river actually flows south to north and empties out into Lake Ontario.
Niagara 3 is exiting at the Rainbow Bridge, 3000.
Falls traffic, Red Bear Hawk, 1 to the east of Horseshoe Falls, joining the right pattern at 3,500. Pretty amazing that there's clouds being formed by a waterfall.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen clouds formed by a waterfall.
Niagara 3, double train crossing at 3000, we're descending for approach number 1, Niagara Heliport.
Now just because you're cruising around here at 3,500, really 3,500 and above, VFR minimums still do apply. You still need to respect VFR weather minimum. We'll go ahead and try to stay at least 2,000 feet horizontally from this cloud here that's up ahead of us.
1,500 for scenic through.
Wow.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Niagara Falls is occupied 3 from the heliport.
Falls traffic, Red Bear Hawk to the south, Horseshoe Falls, 3,700.
There's a waterfall rainbow.
Waterfall rainbow! There's a waterfall rainbow. Wow. So many things that we see in airplanes that there's really not words for other than wow. And so as we come around, start heading north here, we're going to try to not go north of Rainbow Bridge. So we got Rainbow Bridge, that's going to be the first bridge just downriver of the falls. And that's the one that's connecting the U.S. and Canada there. That's the bridge you can cross going across the border. You can even walk across it. And we'll go ahead and make our turn to be directly over top of Rainbow Bridge. And we'll report Rainbow Bridge as a VFR reporting point as we're cruising along here, just kind of bracketing between 3,500, 3,600. Falls traffic, Red Bear Hawk over Rainbow Bridge, 3,500. Now, awesomely enough, we are the only aircraft out here right now. So, at least only GA aircraft out here at 3,500 and above. So we're not super concerned with the pattern we're flying. Obviously, the pattern depicted on the chart gets wider and wider the more and more aircraft join. And certainly, you know, on a nice, beautiful summertime Saturday morning, you're probably going to have a ton of airplanes out here that you're going to have to make room for, and everybody get along, everybody give each other room. And right now, we can fly kind of an abbreviated racetrack pattern as we circle around the falls here. Still complying with the procedure, of course, but not actually flying that full length, not really widening out to go upriver.
So as you make those radio calls announcing your position, there's nothing specific in Part 93 that says to say scenic falls traffic, Niagara Falls traffic, whatever it is. Basically, say whatever works, whatever gets your message across clearly. You'll hear the commercial operators and guys that fly around there all day long use kind of a variation. The idea is simply communicate where you're at with the other aircraft so you can avoid hitting each other in the air.
Niagara scenic traffic, Niagara 3 is off departure 3 from the heliport, climbing to 2.5 for the tour. And Niagara 3 is entering at the Rainbow Bridge, 2.5.
Niagara scenic traffic, Red Bear Hawk, 2 to the south, Horseshoe Falls, 3,700, right pattern. Niagara scenic traffic, Red Bear Hawk, Rainbow Bridge, 3,600, right pattern.
So hopefully that gives you guys some different ideas of what those radio calls might sound like. After a few passes and some great picks, it was time for us to head on back to Rochester.
All right, our last pass at the falls. We'll make one last radio call, let everyone know we're going to depart the racetrack up here and start heading back to America, back to the east, and then we'll call Buffalo Approach on 26.6. Niagara scenic traffic, Red Bear Hawk, Rainbow Bridge, 3600, will be eastbound departing the area. Alright, I don't see anybody else out here. We are definitely the only ones out here. We can go ahead and switch off CTAF now and give Buffalo Approach a call. Buffalo Approach, experimental 186 Bravo Papa. Buffalo Approach, experimental 186 Bravo Papa.
Experimental 186 Bravo Papa, Buffalo Approach Squawk, restriction standby. 186 Bravo Papa, roger, the altimeter's 3030.
3030 and 186 Bravo Papa leaving the falls over Niagara International. We're going to be going to North Buffalo Airport.
Roger, proceed on course.
On course for 6 Bravo Papa. So that's really it. So we flew over the falls, we left the falls, we went ahead and called Buffalo Approach again. You could either at that point go VFR, get a VFR squawk code, just depart the area, or in this case we're going to get VFR flight following on into our destination of North Buffalo Airport. They got some cheap gas there, and so we're going to stop off there and top off, and then head on back to Canandaigua for the day. So hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave it in the comments below. Lots of educational videos like this, lots of educational courses like this at fly@MikeAlpha.com. So definitely check out the website, fly@MikeAlpha.com. Private instrument, commercial pilot ground school, CFI ground school, tail wheel, seaplane, all sorts of courses, plus just everyday real-world flying courses like this. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, in the comments below, and if you can't fly every day, fly@MikeAlpha.com. We'll see you the next one.
One more time.
This is Cessna 6279 Papa, just in about 8